les gens ne se trompent point, de la peur il se nourrit. Ô grand guerrier, je prie pour ta vie. À chaque eau, le soleil faiblit. Fuyez mes amis, le néant est ici. Ah, ah,
All right. We're still missing a player.
Did he say he was going to be late?
He did not. So sorry for the interface. I really got to work up an interface that works around having 4 players. But message him. Well, yeah, he'll be with us. The camera is messed up. Actually, while this is going on, I can even shut mine off, and then it doesn't look as bad, but it's still bad. Welcome, everyone. On the Edge of Darkness, presented by 70 Dungeons.
Woo!
70.
We are excited to bring the next page in our story to you tonight. Hopefully our last player is with us soon. Pulling a Sam Riegel on us. Showing up late. All right, I don't have anything, so we can get right into it. Let's get some tones, set some mood, and
Did you roll all your 20s out before you got on?
actually when I did my pre dice roll setup selection, one of the D20s did roll a natural 20, so I am set for tonight.
Dang it.
Well, of course you are.
Well, I'm going to extra die tonight.
Yes. Stay tuned for next week when we all have new characters.
All right. Here we go.
I like that music.
I got all sorts thanks to Humble Bundle.
I love the Humble Bundle.
Yeah. What was
Such
it?
good deals.
It was like 700 songs for next to nothing. So
For $1?
I think it was like $20 for all of them or something. Pretty fair for that many, and they're all DRM free.
We love that.
We do. Yeah, if you didn't get a chance to check out our clip, we did change the intro on our clip a little bit, add a little bit of flair to it. So, also, for those Facebook watchers, we are on Facebook, 70 Dungeons. Facebook.com/7dungeons is our page. So check us out there too for all the latest information. And I think that's...
Podcast.
And an odd cast of odd fellows. All right, here we go. Where we left off, the party traversed through the lower area of Uthmelanon, the ancient dwarf city that was buried under Breckensfjord. And after fighting some ravenous insectoid creatures, they came upon a mysterious door in the floor next to a unique lever, an image of a dire wolf carved into it, and a small indentation on the top. After studying it for a short time, they moved down another hallway and saw a light and shouted out and were able to dig their way out of a tunnel and met there with some smashers that were there. And after a tense conversation, they began to leave the mine, and that's where we left off. So as they're leaving the mine, the smashers are following you in a small group. As Arlo, you kind of lead the direction away from the mine. Would you like to do anything as you move that direction?
No. Nope. Just going to kind of glance over the back of my shoulder just to see how many of the smashers are following. Kind of get an idea of their mood.
Well, hold my sword.
All right. So you travel out of the mine and south. We still got our old puzzle map up. We don't want that up. Let's get Breckensfjord up. All right, south to the southeastern quadrant of Breckensfjord, and deep into the eastern side, you see a medium-sized, what the dwarves here would consider a shack, cobbled together from stone and wood. And while it doesn't look run down, you can tell it wasn't put together with a lot of care. Pieces of stone have been chipped from the outer edges, and they still fall to the ground. It's not as nice as the other buildings in the area. You see at the front of the building a large wooden door like it's seen years of use, and steps that have long since served their purpose, worn with age, leading up to the door. Two guards stand outside the door, both human, dressed in typical smasher garb with the symbols on an arm. And here we are again. There we go. And as you approach this brood from the mine, their faces caked with dirt and such, they shift on their feet slightly as they see Arlo approach.
Is Dirk inside?
Yes. What are you doing with this rabble? It's quite a group to be coming from this place. One of the workers kind of steps over to the side while you move up to talk to the guards.
As you know, I work for Dirk. I have to talk to Dirk and let him know what's going on.
Obviously, Arlo, we are aware you work here. We've seen you several times.
I don't need to explain myself what's going on. I need to let Dirk decide for himself what needs to be done.
Awful.
So if you could please let him know we're here.
Awful tense, it seems, but you're free to go in as always. And one of the miners walks up to you with a scroll and hands it to you. If you could, this is our mining report. If you could go ahead and take that into Dirk, please.
I will. Absolutely will.
And they kind of give you a look, and nod off and head back to the mine as you enter inside. Entering into the building, you see a large room with maps and books scattered throughout. The air smells of light mildew, like old books, and various races scurry about from desk to desk carrying packs of papers and scrolls. It seems like a very busy area, something you're used to, Arlo, but the rest of you, it looks very much like a pretty intense study going on. As you pass by each desk, you can see that each worker has a small piece of like an ancient dwarven relic sitting on the desk, and they meticulously draw and catalog it into a book and scroll. And as they do, they slam it closed and set it off to the side. The commotion to you is almost comical, as they pay no mind to your presence at all, or that you're there. And Arlo, you're used to seeing this amount of busyness, and continue leading them back deeper into the room.
Are we? So we're just kind of blending in the crowd as we walk by. There's no other people leading us.
Nope. Arlo's leading you back.
Oh yeah, apart from Arlo. As we're kind of blended in with the crowd, I'm going to take the circlet off and return back to my halfling form.
Okay. You get some strange looks, not as much at your transformation, but at the relic in your hand. Almost like these people that are working here are obsessed with any kind of magical item. And you can see them kind of lift a finger like they want to say something to you, but they look at Arlo and see he's got quite the serious look on his face, and seems like this isn't the time for something like that.
Noticing the eyes falling on my precious possession, and I'm going to quickly put it in my bag to get it out of eyesight.
Okay. So you kind of shift and pull your backpack over and lift the flap up and stuff it inside and tuck it back behind you as you continue walking down the long hallway. As you walk back into this hallway, this well-lit hallway, you notice that there are rooms, small rooms that branch off from the hallway. Some of them have a guard stationed outside that they nod at Arlo as you go by. Others, as you look inside the door, you can see robed figures kind of really poring over some relic that's set into the floor. Blaylock notices, some familiar runes of identify spells and things being cast on these ancient relics on the floor. And Arlo, you come to a large door at the end of the hall, which you know is the door to Dirk's office.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just knock before I walk in.
Okay.
So go ahead and walk in. Master Firmjaw, how are you today?
As you walk in, the room it's large, though smaller than the front room that you previously walked through, but just as messy. Scrolls are piled into corners while books lay open in various locations. You see a large table rest right in the center of the room with a chandelier burning brightly over it, illuminating the entire area. Laid across the table is a large scroll, and you see an average-sized human, kind of thin, gaunt, dressed in fine clothes that look like they're a bit dirty and ruffled. Sleeves are rolled up to the elbows, and he has locks of red hair that are pinned behind his head. Strands of hair kind of fall over the front of his face, and you can see he has stubble there on his face where it's been some time since he's really rested and taken care of himself. Eyes kind of a bit darker and sunk in. His pale skin and sharp features are just staring at all of you as you walk in, hands pressed firmly on the table. He recognizes you, Arlo, but then kind of glares behind you at the rest. You feel him focusing in on your necks. So, Arlo, what brings me my lead mine security into my office with organization criminals in tow?
I know what this looks like, Master Firmjaw, but please hear us out. By the way, here's the report that for the mine report that you've been waiting on.
Yes, bring it here. And he takes the scroll and unravels it, looks at you, looks back at it, and rolls it back up and sets it down.
Oh.
1 second on that.
Yeah, that was my bad. I forgot to ask.
I meant to send it to you earlier today, and I completely forgot. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Yes, you bring me my report. Tell me, where are the rest of my digging crew?
So I come to report to you what happened. As you know, I went down in the mines with three of our miners. As we broke through the wall and into the main what appeared to be a throne room, Master Firmjaw. Let's just put it this way: all hell broke loose. There's things down in there in those rooms that it would be very scary.
I see.
I hate to inform you, but Rasha, Gretelden, and Stenik are all dead. I'm the only one that made it out.
Damn it! Do you know how much I was paying them? They were the best at what they did. Was there nothing that could be done?
We were taken by surprise. As we entered the room, we were attacked. And then on the other side of the room, as you can see behind me, the 3 individuals behind me came through the other end of the room. This
Yes.
one here, this gentleman here, his name is Grayson. He is he's what I would call a warrior. He tried to save Rasha. He did his darndest, but they were just so powerful, and it was one swipe and they were gone. They fought with me to kill this monster. We barely made it out alive.
Yes, and who was there first? This is important.
To be honest, Master Firmjaw, I don't know. I don't. It was a large room.
And you 3? What do you say of this account of events?
He speaks the truth. It was gruesome down there. It was almost every man for himself. There was nothing we could have done for his companions.
We lost 2 of our own.
And what do you say? Who was first in that room? It means a lot in this industry, as you well know.
Well, since we came into the front door and yours came in through a wall, we were in there first.
Technically, I wasn't there first.
We were in there first.
Damn it, that means we don't have rights. All right. What else was in there? What did you find?
The
We
giant.
didn't find anything in the room.
You were in an underground part of Uth Melanon, and you found nothing else?
Statues. They're big statues.
There were statues to kings, lords, the construct that attacked us. As we finished him off, he fell and opened up another passage. And our way in and these three individuals, their way in was blocked through a cave in. So we had no other way to go, but we just had to follow the tunnel. And here, I kind of made some rough maps of where we were at. I'm gonna hand them to you. As best of my knowledge, this is kind of the paths that we took. Some of the rooms that we went into. There's everything from constructs to insects that the size that you've never would believe. Lava in some of the rooms.
He takes the map from you and looks over it as you continue to speak.
We really didn't think we were going to find our way out. We did find a library with a lot of books in Dorvis.
Books. Always good, I'm sure. Someone will have use for something like that.
There was a really old forge in there. But I mean, there's some locked boxes, some treasure in there, but we couldn't get them open.
Which you do not have claim to, according to your own statement.
I would not argue that fact. If you were there first, and no one here disputes it, being the only ones there, I do not have rights to those finds.
But
though I do feel if I have a man with you, we have access to something. What is on your neck, Arlo?
Why? What's on my neck?
I don't remember you having a claw necklace. Is that something you found down there?
Yes.
Something borrowed, given by our Minotaur friend here.
Yeah. He gave it to me.
Loaned.
Okay, loaned.
I see. What else? What else did you find? You notice the anger in him is fading as he's just kind of almost like a child taking in the story from a parent, is focusing in around what's going on.
I don't know which one of them have it, but we did find an axe.
Interesting.
It's from the line of Greybeard. Very old.
If there's a Greybeard left in town, I'm sure they might be quite thankful to have an heirloom of such age returned to them.
Yeah. I mean, some of the books we found were genealogy, but I mean, really, we were more concerned about trying to find a way out and trying to stay alive. We did not do any treasure hunting except for the one room, and we couldn't get the chests open. There was some sort of puzzle.
I see you've drawn a circular room here. Was there anything in there? It matches some descriptions of other things I've read.
We couldn't get into it. To be honest with you, I don't know.
What was there?
Do you remember, Zormir? What was in there? Grayson?
Out of characters, the circular room, the one we collapsed?
No. It was the
one with the lever.
Yep.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah. We tried, we budged, we pushed, pulled, we couldn't get anything to open. So we left that room.
Really?
It's got a direwolf's face on it, but
A
we could
dire
get-
wolf, you say? And he looks up and he scrambles off and he grabs a whole handful of scrolls and he kind of dumps them on the desk and he starts pulling them open and looking and looking. No, you couldn't have. It couldn't be this easy. You might have found the entrance to the wards.
So what now?
the wards.
The wards. The dwarves of Uthmelanon, they had an area where they developed things for the city. They sequestered it off due to, according to the texts, there were some incidents from time to time there, so they sealed it off for the protection of the rest of the city. And this scroll here, and he rolls out a scroll, if that is really the access to the wards, it means you've got access to the magic quarter, the artificer's hold, and maybe even the experimentation chambers. If those chambers are still intact, very lucrative artifacts could probably still be found there. But considering the knowledge from that place, it's probably going to be quite dangerous. No one has been there for years, and even the books and scrolls we have almost are written as legends.
You're just going to have to take, if Master Firmjaw, if you go, you're going to have to take a lot of clan members with you.
Oh,
He doesn't have a right to go.
I would definitely, I could myself go. I am but a mere purveyor of these things. I pay for the expeditions, but these hens don't much do work like that, unfortunately. But what I can tell you, let me grab this scroll. And he grabs a hold of the scroll and unrolls it. It looks like it says they would seal their workers there for months as they worked on new items. And here it says where at one time one of the creations got out of the experimentation chamber and wreaked quite a bit of havoc in Uthmelanon.
I would imagine more than got out than just one.
The problem is if that lever is as you speak, there's no opening it without the key, and we definitely don't have it within our anything of that sort within our repository. The amount of knowledge and wealth that could come from this place. If the Smashers would have just found it first.
Well, we've got some other issues.
Oh, I'm aware of some of them, but go on.
Obviously, you know, are correct?
What?
Get out.
You know who these three are with me, right?
They're part of the organization, and judging by the colors, criminals working off their time there.
But it's the reason why they're doing their time is the issue.
Yes, but far be it from me to interfere in city business. What are you asking of me?
Is there any way that you can help them get out of this predicament?
They've already been judged by the courts there, and who am I to stand in the way of Breckenfield's laws and signs of ownership? Kind of looking at the collars on all of them. I dare not touch those collars.
Dirk, you have a lot of say, and you have a lot of pull. Don't you want to know who's been killing our Smashers?
Yes, I'm quite interested, considering since your arrival, we still have those our folks ending up dead in back alleys.
So since we've been down there, some more smashers have died.
No, but since you've been here, we've still got smashers dying. We still have an issue, yes. And going by the rumors that I hear, these 3 are actually accused of such a crime. One of such, I believe, was dismembering. That's gruesome.
Hughes doesn't mean we actually did it.
True. But
Well,
also doesn't mean you didn't.
You know, I come from a long line of honorable people, and I've been with these 3 individuals for a little while down there, and none of them, I've not heard any of them speak ill will toward any dwarf, any smasher. They've not even, reveled in killing dwarves. They've spoken none of this.
We're,
I believe they're being set up, Master Firmjaw.
While that's true, again, I cannot interfere with the laws of the city. The only one that can release them is those who own them and their debt paid to society, whatever that may be.
Along those lines, we need to go speak to Hamish.
I agree. Now, as much as it pains me to say this, as Hamish is quite a thorn in my side, as most people know, I will not try to hide that fact. If anyone has a key, Hamish would have it. He seems to have a certain luck about him of always finding the right piece for the right situation. Arlo, I would ask that you take these ruffians back before we get accused of once again trying to steal organization workers.
If you say so, Master Firmjaw. But I think we're doing a grave disservice to these 3 people.
Yes, well, I must get our people working. We must eliminate the backlog. If you find a way into the wards and find yourself down there, you 3, of course, we'll need we'll need some space to work. If Hamish needs to contract out some work to, and he just kind of talks to himself, mumbles to himself as he gets down into the scrolls and looking. And Arlo, after you return them to Hamish, please return to me. There's some issues that need to be addressed.
Very well, Dirt. So, if they went into the throne room first, wouldn't they only have dibs on just the throne room?
No, they have dibs on the entire discovery of that area.
As you say. I will return.
As is our contract, and as you know, contracts are contracts, binding in all sides. So, yes, please return when you're done.
Very well. Let's go, guys.
And he starts rolling up the scrolls and grabbing some books as you exit the building.
Sorry about that, guys. I really thought that I could appeal to Dirk to come to your aid. He's very well respected in this community and by the clans, and I really thought maybe he would have helped us.
didn't seem to have any interest in helping us.
I see
There's
that.
no profit in it, so why would he? I know his type.
For that, I don't believe I can disagree with you, Grayson. Did you see his eyes light up about everything that was going on down there? Didn't really worry about us getting hurt or all those constructs that we're fighting, the insects. It was all about that door. Anyway, let's take you back to Hamish and see if we can't sort something out. Maybe you can use these discoveries to maybe help pay off your debt and have him let you go. I mean, it's worth a try.
We can appeal to some nice side in them with helping them uncover these ruins, if that nice side exists.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what he told us to do anyway.
All right. Well, let's head that way.
So you continue through town. Three of you get some looks as you go through town. Of course, your collars are quite visible there, and eventually arrive at our treasured past, a familiar place, and walk inside the building. You see several dwarves and other races looking at the artifacts, fine appreciation, like an art gallery, nodding at and talking to each other about the craftsmanship of the different items sitting on the pedestal. A few small children, various races, run right through the group, and right behind them follows an exhausted-looking dwarven woman. I apologize. A trip for the studies today. Her hair is all disheveled, and as she chases the kids down. And as you survey the inner room, you see Hamish standing there speaking with a taller human woman in a long white robe. She has near platinum hair extending down her back. And he looks up for a moment and sees you, and his eyes get big, and he raises a hand up and he motions you to come over to him.
Start heading that way.
Okay. Dormir?
Yeah, heading over.
Arlo?
We'll fall in behind, just a couple steps back.
Okay. Blaylock nods and follows along. Ah, you've returned. I feared for your safety. I heard there was an explosion at the mine. I thought you were all dead.
Well, Kron Mar.
That's unfortunate. While they weren't ones of many words, they were quite handy with the work. They will be hard to replace. It's unfortunate. How did they die?
One was ceiling cave in. The other one was smashed by a titan.
A titan? What did you find behind that? Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry, Lystra. This is my good friend, Lystra von Streppen III.
Jesus.
Lystra something.
Lystra von Streppen III.
Uh-huh.
Lystra is one of our financial backers to the museum here, and we're happy to have quite a rare visit from her today. I was just telling her of our hopes for some new discoveries. Continue on, though, please. And she looks at you, sharp features, pale skin, and nods politely.
Well, statues of the leadership of your old city were down there.
You found Uth
We went
Melanon.
Some throne room.
A throne room. Was the old throne there?
It was.
Did you find the bones of the old king?
No.
Unfortunate. Continue, please. Sorry.
Lots of stuff wandering around down there. Fire
Deadly
element.
stuff.
larger insectoids, constructs.
The people of Uthmelanon were quite crafty in their handiwork, building great machines. I'm not surprised.
Of course, we ran into smashers.
Yes, I see there's one here. Can I help you, sir? As he looks at Arlo. Is there something in the museum I can help you with? This is kind of a private conversation.
He was with us.
We met down in the room together in the throne room. My people were killed. I'm the only one left.
You're not one of my people, are you? Part of the Federation?
I am with the Smashers. I'm a guard.
He turns to Grayson. Who was in the room first?
That would be us.
Thank the gods! Well done. Well done. Earning that freedom.
Earning that freedom?
Continue.
Yes, a truce was made between us and him to get out, or at least find a way out, working together. But through our exploration before we found a way out, which, by the way, is in Smasher territory.
I will have to negotiate that one.
Yes, the Titans attack and the idiotic decision by the Smashers to blow their way in caused the door to collapse after we had entered it.
They are not a delicate sort. Not like us, of course, and he kind of sneers a bit at Arlo, but either way, you made it in.
One room of interest, especially towards Dirk, was a room with a direwolf.
A direwolf? Tell me more. What?
According to Dirk, he believes it's the entrance to the wards.
The war? Excuse my excitement, Lystra. This is quite the news. Wards. I'm guessing if this is the wards, did the lever open?
No. We did push, we pulled. The lever would not move. Dirk was saying that he thinks a key is needed.
You see, a couple years ago, when we were doing the excavation, we actually found, I believe it was a small orb of some sort. It had a direwolf on it. It's in the archives now. I would have to send my people to find it, but I wonder if that... Okay, I think this is what I have. If you could go... If it is the wards, if you could go inside, according to the text that I have, there is something there. Something I need. I can secure your immediate release and removal of the collars.
Mine too?
Yours too. I'll need some time, but I feel if you're in the wards, it'll take you some time anyways. It's if it's the way the scripts would say, it's a large place, probably quite dangerous. But I believe even Crag Axholt's family had ancestors who worked in the wards.
Out of
But-
character.
Yeah.
Who has the axe? I know
I
I do not.
I thought you put them in the bag of holding.
Oh, that sounds right.
If
Because
if I remember
didn't-
correctly.
anything down.
Yeah, I believe they were all there.
Biddle was the one writing that stuff down, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if he put it on the spreadsheet or not.
Is he gonna be able to join us?
I don't know.
Let me check real quick. I said I wasn't writing any of that shit down last week. And I don't know if anybody else did.
Are you talking about the 3 weapons?
The axe,
Short sword.
the axe, the short sword, and the long sword.
Nope. Looks like the only thing that was put in here was the book.
I'm pretty sure you put them back in there because you took them out to read them or look at them, and then I'm pretty sure you put them back.
I thought Blaylock had him because I remember I went up to Blaylock asking for the short sword and he didn't give it to me.
Figures.
All right. Well, I pull out the 3 weapons. These were found down there.
And he takes a look of them. Axe of the line of Greybeard. I see that. I wonder. I wonder if that has to do with Cullen Greybeard of the Federation. If so, he might be quite interested about having his family heirloom returned. What else do we have here? Stone split. I don't know of a... Wait a minute. We do have a ship merchant named Uncle Stone Splitter. I wonder... it couldn't be his. Maybe. This Longbeard's Bane. Well, we have Rockney Longbeard that runs the braid. Might be interesting to find out. You might go talk to those.
Is there any way we are allowed to walk around with these things on? I know we're supposed to be escorted.
Yes. And he snaps his finger, and a dwarf, kind of scraggly beard comes running up, and he salutes him. Yes, sir. Yes, Rock. I know you've been wanting a important duty to do around here and something to keep you busy. I just need you to walk around with our 3 friends here, and make sure that they're properly represented. Yes, sir. And he just looks at you, real sour look on his face, and kind of, and just stands there next to you. He's rough on the edges, but he means well. But yes, in either way, I am going to need some time to acquire the artifact and secure the rights to the shaft that the Smashers own. If you could return to me the morning after tomorrow, it'll leave you a full day to clean up and rest a bit. I should
We have
have it
rooms here?
filed. What was that?
Do we have rooms here?
You still have rooms at the inn as you did before.
I turn to Arlo. Don't you need to be getting back? I'm
Within my leave.
sure we'll be seeing you again.
Take care, and it was good. It was good running down those halls with you. Some good fights, Master Grayson. Till we meet again. Master Hamish, good day.
Smasher, stay safe.
Hey, you as well.
And Lystra kind of holds up a corner of her robe and nods to you. And she looks at the rest of you. I appreciate the work you do here.
Well, that's all nice and all, but it's not like we have much of a choice.
Yes, I see that. But Hamish, I must be going. Please look into my request as soon as possible. I will, Mistress Lystra. I will take leave. And she gives a kind of a bow and curtsy and walks out of the museum. Well, this has been an exciting day. You're not dead. And we might have found access to the wards. Fascinating.
I guess we will let you do your thing, and
Yes, I must. And he snaps, and a couple other dwarves come over there, and we must find that artifact. I can't remember where it's at. It's in the back. But yes, take some time and meet me soon.
Good luck on your search.
Yes, and do stay out of trouble.
Shouldn't be too difficult wearing this collar.
Nope.
I'll be right back.
And the little dwarf, as he kind of like wobbles back and forth like a rectangular object, walking his feet over, he just kind of and shuffles over to the door. This way.
Glance over at Grayson, kind of roll my eyes a little bit and walk after him.
Okay. While you guys walk out, Arlo, what are you doing?
I am heading back to Dirk.
Okay. You head back to the small shack and back into the room, knocking again. Come in, come in.
You wish to see me?
Yes, I
Dirk?
don't. Barring the circumstance, I don't appreciate organization cronies brought into my office, but you did have good news. There is a matter of the scroll you brought me. Are they correct? Did you threaten our people?
They tried to threaten the 3 people that were with me, so I had to just project a little bit of bravado just to get them to back off.
That would never be good in any situation, despite their threats toward a known organization that eliminates us.
We don't know if they're the ones that are killing our smashers, but it would not look good upon the smashers if they were to kill those 3 individuals.
A few
No,
bodies in repayment would go unnoticed, especially criminals, but threatening our own people when you're under contract here to protect them is not something we stand for here. You know that. You're quite well aware.
And I do apologize for that, Master
Yes.
Dirk. It's just been a bad couple days. Lots of killing, lots of bloodshed down there. And I was in no mood to mess with them. I needed to get back here to see you, to let you know what was going on. And they were in my way.
Yes, make sure an instance doesn't happen that way again. And next time you see those dwarves, please take your time to apologize to them, as this is not the conduct of a smasher.
And I bow my head. As you wish, Dirk. I do apologize.
Yes, so
However, I bring some news after I took our 3 friends back to Hamish. I just kind of stood off on the side and just listening. It appears that Hamish may have a key that you were talking about in their archives.
I wouldn't be surprised. That greedy, selfish dwarf has everything in his archives.
And be prepared, he's going to be he's going to be coming to visit you here soon to renegotiate a contract, because the only way back into those mines is through our territory.
I'm sure I'll be able to talk him out of a pretty coin, considering what we might have unearthed there. Be happy to sell a worthless shaft that we've not dug up anything else.
He wants to take that shaft and he wants to go back to that dire wolf door.
I'm sure he does.
Have with it the information that you want. Do with it what you will. And there was also a lady there. I kind of caught half of her name. Lystra von Strap or something.
Oh,
the third.
yes, Lystra, financial backer. It seems like
Yeah.
Hamish always is able to secure some kind of financial backing from somewhere, but I'm sure this lady is offering her services in some form or another.
So what about my contract with you? I've been here now 6 months with you. And you know that I need to be setting off soon to Miagua. I need to go find his family to return his heirlooms and to let them know of what happened to him.
Yes, but you know your contract is for at least 6 more months. We never negotiated any less than that.
Is there anything that I can do to work that off sooner? Or to be able to leave on short notice and still be, say, square with you?
And he looks around, and his eyes transfix on your new medallion around your neck. Well, considering the amount of time that it would take for us to hire new protection and get it here into Breckensfjord, which would slow down our laborers as we have to have workers appear as protection for our people, I believe, to buy out the rest of your contract. You could, so with that artifact you seem to have found in the depths.
Would it be okay if I had a couple days to think about that?
Of course. If not, I expect you to return to the mines promptly.
Very well.
I can afford you at least one day rest, considering what happened in mourning. But make your decision soon.
As you wish. I appreciate the day off to get some rest, because it hasn't been a tumultuous few days. So, but I really think, I don't mean to step on the Hamish's territory, but perhaps you should see about getting maybe what you can do about getting back down into the shafts and go to the library. I think there's a lot of good books down there that may be of use for further explorations.
I'm sure. I'll remember that during my negotiations with Hamish to make sure all my needs are met as well as his. He typically doesn't have a love of the books and scrolls as I do.
Good to know. And just since it's us, those 3 individuals are being set up. There's somebody else killing our smashers, and it's not them.
I would imagine so. You know as well as I, the organization hasn't played by the rules as long as we've been here.
That is true. That is a very true statement. Is there anything that I can do to investigate into the deaths of our smashers?
It's hard to tell till the next one is killed.
So we have to wait until one of our other clan members is dead before we do anything?
It's unfortunate. We never see it happen.
As you wish, Master Firmjaw. I appreciate it.
Take some time. Rest. Catch yourself. Calm yourself. And then make your decision before returning to work.
Very well. Thank you very much.
He nods at you.
Turn around and walk out.
Okay. The rest of you, what's the plans? You're just leaving our treasured past.
What time is it?
You had a long rest. You went into the battle. It's probably early afternoon-ish.
I need to go to the adamantium hammer before we start doing anything else.
Okay.
Tag along. Need to get a item fixed.
What's that?
I'll tag along.
Well, technically we all have to go because we only got one guard.
That's true.
Yep. You don't have a choice. All right. So you walk down, and this little dwarf, in the same fashion, like a block that's being wedged forward, and he even grunts with each step. Doesn't say much. Not a man of many words, but he's so stocky. His neck has disappeared. His shoulders are always up. And he takes you into the adamantine hammer. You see a dwarf there, long gray beard, scar on one cheek. And he's massive arms, wearing a brown apron and smashing away at an anvil. How can I help you?
You gut stuck?
Gut stuck graybeard at your service.
Well, I think we have something that may have belonged to one of your ancestors.
Oh?
And it was what, the axe?
Yeah.
I pull out the axe.
I see. Let me take a look. He takes a look at it. My God! It's Rasp! This is the axe of my family. Where did you find it?
It was down in the Undercity.
And he takes a look at it and kind of looks at you. Must be a forgery. But looks at it closer. No, right there! Right there, my family crest! You wouldn't have had that. Well, what do you want for it, stranger?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned family crests. I'm looking to have a ring with my family crest made. Something along the lines of an armor protection.
Ah, ring of protection. Haven't made one of those in a while. But doesn't mean I can't make one. But I will say, I can offer you some things for this axe. 10% discount in the store, and here's a couple of healing potions I happen to have. If that's a fair trade for you.
On top of the ring?
Yeah,
I'm not saying a ring for free.
No.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm just looking up the ring. You're talking about a ring of protection?
Yep.
Okay. Well, with your discount, I could do that for about 3,000 gold pieces. If you trade me that family axe.
So, the axe for the discount on the ring, and you said some healing potions?
Permanent discount.
Permanent discount. I look at Zoramir and Blaylock.
Seems like quite a fair price.
About 20%.
Master Halfling, I can't really afford that. Why could I offer 20%?
Saying we risked our lives to get that axe?
I think you found yourself in a situation where it just happened in your hands.
Yeah.
10% will be just fine. And I sketch out the family crest form.
Okay. So you take some time sketching it out, make sure it looks perfect. Yeah, that'll take me a couple days. Rings aren't quite my specialty, but I'll be able to get it done. Half up front, please.
Okay. And I'll throw in some extra if you can get it done by the day after tomorrow.
I don't be able to do that. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. It's a little dainty.
Okay, so all right, I pull out 1,500.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
Look forward to seeing your work.
Is there anything else I can do for the rest of you?
Pull out my short sword. I have this. It got a little dinged up while we were down in the ferry town there.
Bloody hell, you get what you been doing? Big bashing rocks with it?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive down there.
Do you not respect the weapon?
Kind of show my rapier a little bit. This one I respect. This one can take a beating.
Yeah, elvish made. Well done.
Thank you. Proud of this one.
But what'd you do to that other one?
Had to make sure some things weren't gonna come after us, you know?
Looks like you
Never be
used
too
it for
sure.
a bloody hammer.
I might as well function as one.
Yeah.
But listen, think you could fix this up for me?
Yeah, I could probably find some way to fix it. 3 gold pieces.
Is that with the discount?
Yes.
You could do that. How about could you try your hand at maybe carving like a dragon head into the hilt? Give a little bit of an ornamental touch to this.
And he looks at you with kind of a blank stare. I believe I could. That'll be 10 gold extra with the discount.
I'll pull out 15 gold. Here's a couple extra for you.
Thank you.
You said something about some healing potions.
Yeah, and he had set them up on the counter there.
How many were there?
2.
Just regular?
Yep.
Okay. I hand one to Blaylock and one to Zoramir.
Thank you. Sets it into his.
I'll pop the top and give it a little sniff to make sure it smells like the many healing potions I've had before.
It definitely smells like that.
I'll give a little nod, recap it, and throw it in my bag.
And healing kits. Who could we find that sells those around town?
Yeah, you'll probably find those over there. It's not beer.
Okay. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
I've not had too much experience with lizard folk before, but according to these two, they have.
Yeah, they're about as pleasant as the ice flame peaks in the middle of winter.
Heard the one we traveled with, from what they said, he tried to eat me when I was down. And they're quite a bunch.
Yeah, they're quite odd. I will say, he's not real fond of dwarves. They kept going in there, trying to find new forms of ale. That's why he renamed the place It's Not Beer.
Well, again, I appreciate it. I'm glad that the family heirloom has made it back to its rightful owner.
I am very thankful.
Shall we make our way to the braid?
Yeah, I'm done here. How long do you think it will take for my short sword there?
Shouldn't be longer than... I should have it by tomorrow morning.
I think that will do. Thank you. Shall we?
Come on, let's get out of here.
This way! And Rock proceeds out the door and toward the braid. And as you enter into the shop, you see fine clothing all around, and the familiar dwarven lady of Arachne turns around. Oh, look who it is! Never thought I'd see you again, love.
Why'd you go running off from us when we were having a drink?
Oh, Arachne needs her action too.
Well, you should have stuck around a little bit.
How you saying? You want to give me some action?
Oh,
She smiles
Maybe
and
we'll
gives
wait
you a
till-
wink.
it's the afternoon until we get a couple more drinks.
It does take me a couple of drinks. But
Would have been nice to have had a witness.
the standards do drop quite a bit. But what can I do for you?
pull out her family heirloom. So we've picked this up since, we're working for a living now.
Oh, that I don't really deal in weapons. What do you got there? She looks at you.
Might pique your interest.
And she looks at it. Is that my family crest? Longbeard's Bane? You must be pulling my leg.
No.
This is
Seems like
obviously
everybody-
a forgery.
Really?
This was lost when Uth Melanon fell.
Where do you think
we
we've
got
been
it?
the last 2 days?
You found it? Well, I guess that old Smith finished it. What can I give you for it?
Well, I do believe my small friend here originally came in here to get clothing for the mountains.
Oh yeah, that's what I was coming over here for.
I don't remember any clothing discussed. I remember him coming over and we went for some drinks.
Got a little cut up in the night. Yeah, that's why I was coming here. I look at us. This clothing isn't gonna keep us warm enough. I point towards the mountains. We're gonna be going up there.
Well, I do have something I can give you, and I could probably come up with some clothing for you.
Maybe we could manage a little bit of a deal here for your family heirloom. Get us some nice warm clothing.
I think that would be mighty fair, and maybe a night out with you too.
We'll see how good the clothing comes out.
Aren't you adorable? She grabs your cheek and pinches it, and she reaches down into a pocket and pulls out a fist and here. It's valuable to me, but that sword is worth more to me. And you see a large yellow goldish gem. Looks quite valuable.
Do I recognize it?
Yeah, you recognize it as a citrine. A citrine. CITRINE. It's a gem. Its value looks to be, it's probably worth about 200 gold. Blaylock's eyes kind of light
I
up.
was going to say, Blaylock, is that a gem that you could use?
If you don't mind, I would like to see that.
Hold it. Just looking at it for a second, contemplating. Suppose you can put good use to this. I'll hand it over to Blaylock.
Thank you, Zor Amir. I think that Leo said something about this, and he takes it and slides it into a pocket.
As long as this helps me one day meet Leo, I can't wait to have a true conversation with him. We're gonna be best friends.
He likes you quite a bit.
Oh, I could tell from the way he looks at me. We just have this chemistry between us. Even it transcends words.
I believe you two will become the best of friends.
Well, we won't be needing the clothing anytime soon, but it is nice to know that we have some when the time comes.
I'll get working on it. I can't thank you enough for returning a blade from my family. Lost for so many
Believe
years.
me, I know all about family heirlooms.
I'm sure you
and what
do.
All right.
Zormir, I hope to see you later. And she gives you a wink.
Give her a little wave. See you at the bar. At the tavern.
You will? You will?
What was the last place we needed to go? I mean, before the alchemy place.
The last one was Stone
Reckoning.
Split.
Oh,
Oh, that was okay. Hunkle, who we know is not here.
Yep.
Okay. He was heading back to Portstown, I believe. All right. Well, I guess before we call it an evening, we should probably go and see about getting some healing kits.
Oh yeah, where did he tell us to go for that again? You know where that is in town?
Oh, it's right across the way, sweetie.
Right there?
And she kind of points down the street a bit.
You ready, Rock?
Yep.
You make a little less noise there.
It's like breathing with your mouth open.
And he stops. His head slowly turns back to you. Nope. And as you head to the alchemist shop, people seem to like Rock. Like they waving at him. Hi, Rock. Hey. And just keeps going. And you happen upon you hear the bubbling of potions as you enter It's Not Beer, and you see lizard folk standing there, yellow scales and eyes, orange and black, mixing together various concoctions. As you enter, he kind of looks up at you. Welcome to my shop.
And you are
I am Usk.
Usk?
Usk. U-S-K. Usk.
Usk.
It is not Usk. It is Usk.
we were told to
Sure.
ask about beer.
If you want any service here, it'd be best that you didn't.
Usk. I know you get this all the time.
Yes, from his ilk. And he points down at Rock. And Rock, for the first time since he's been with you, just the slightest smile curls on this one side of his lip. Sometimes I wish I had settled somewhere else.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. We're in the mood for some healing kits, and we're told that you might be able to provide.
Yes, I have quite a variety of healing kits for the likes of you. How many do you need?
You having trouble breathing there, Usk?
And his eyes narrow down at you. Why is it the short ones are the most problematic?
Not short. Vertically challenged.
Yes. Just like the bull there is not a cow.
Well, each kit has about 10 uses, correct?
There is enough bandages, salves, and splints inside for about 10 applications, yes.
Well, we have 3 of us that will need. So we'll look at the other 2 and like about 4 or 5 each.
I think that would be plenty. How much are they? They are 5 gold pieces each.
So 75 gold?
For 5 of them?
For 5 each.
How many were you getting?
5 each for 3 of us, so that's 15.
5 each. Okay. Yeah, whatever that maths out to. If you're trying to be sly, roll a deception check.
I'm not. 10, so 15 at 5 gold each. Yeah, so 75 gold for the 3 of us is fine.
Sounds like a deal. I'll give you 5 gold pieces off for buying in bulk.
Okay, straight up 70. All right.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
Zormir, you're the alchemist of the group.
Do you have any acid by any chance?
Absolutely. How many do you need?
Could I get, say, 5 vials worth?
No problem. That'll be 125 gold pieces.
125? You're expensive here.
Acid is hard to come by.
I scowl at him. I'm buying in bulk. Couldn't give me a discount on this? Pull out the gold.
Maybe the air down there makes it harder to hear.
Maybe if you take full breaths before you spoke.
Zormir,
Sorry, Grayson. He started it. I'll pull out the 125 gold and throw it on the table.
Thank you for your business. And he reaches back and they're small vials in like a test tube holder kind of thing, and he sets them up on the counter. Don't hurt yourself.
Scoop them up. Thank you very much. This looks like good acid. I'll throw it in my bag.
Only the best.
Need anything else?
I don't think we do.
I'm not sure.
Say, do you have any other peculiar specialties here that may be of interest to us?
I have
Anything that's unique to this region?
unique to this region. Let me see. And you hear him jingling around through various bottles and flasks. I have all sorts of healing potions and other available items. Do you have anything specific?
Oh, what's the best healing potion you have on you?
I have a potion of supreme healing.
How much do you want for that? 100 gold?
100 gold. You must be a jester somewhere. Hold on. Supreme? Did I say?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said supreme.
Mm-hmm.
25,000 gold pieces.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at Grayson. Did he say that?
That's yeah.
It
But didn't
takes me a month to purify the components for a potion of that capacity.
How many people can it bring back from the dead?
Just
No, thank you. I think we are all set.
I would be happy to give you a discount of 3,000 gold pieces on it.
Yeah, maybe if it's a discount of 20,000 gold pieces, I'll be interested.
I turned. Didn't we just get a necklace? Did anybody get the necklace from Arlo?
Ah,
I just shake my head.
we have to go find him.
Well, I mean, he does have something that belongs to us,
We're gonna want that back.
but I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna see him. We're gonna have to if we're gonna go back into the mine. Is that
Can't
something
be-
we want to do today? It's already
Maybe.
late.
Is it late?
It's getting there. It's getting into evening.
We have another day to kill tomorrow too, right?
Yes.
I think.
This was all stuff that was just on our way back to the
Yeah.
inn.
I could go for some good food. Let's save that test for tomorrow. I can't imagine he's going too far. Do you think?
Well, if he's under contract, I don't think he's going anywhere right now.
Let's just hope he has it tomorrow. And all I know is we can't be succumbing to these highway robbers here asking for that kind of gold for a dinky little potion.
If you are going to insult me in my own shop, please leave.
You're insulting me by asking that much gold for this.
Get out.
I kind of push Zormir out of the building. Thank you for the kits.
Not a problem. And he nods to you. Sorry, he's kind of that way. And Blaylock turns and follows you out as Rock. Where now?
Food, Rock. Drink and food.
I like food. And he heads off to the Pass a Mug. And you go inside. It's a busy night as usual. What do you want to? Okay, while all this is going on, Arlo, what do you want to do? You've got a couple hours here.
Couple hours. You should be backing up about 5 for me.
Couple hours.
Ah.
No.
No. So I need to head over and see about getting my armor fixed. So
Okay.
that's where I'll be heading.
All right. So while that's going on, you head over there to the adamantine hammer. And you walk inside. Arlo, you're back.
Yes. So ran into a few problems, Master. I need can you look at my armor? I think I've got some rings that are breaking and ripping, and it's very uncomfortable, and I'm taking way too many hits. Can you look at it for me?
Hey, I can take a look at it. Yeah, right here you got some binding in the rings. I can fix that up for you. I come back tomorrow and pick it up.
That's the thing. Dirk's sending me back down into the mines tomorrow. So
Hey, you best take the day off then, because you'll not be going down with this.
I will make sure I let him know. I'm supposed to report to him tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, if you could do your best quality as you always do.
Not a problem.
What's it going to cost me this time?
This one's on the house. For the service you provide
appreciated.
for the Smashers.
So much appreciated. Seeing how I'm kind of running low on funds, saving up for my trip soon. So I appreciate it, and I will definitely check back tomorrow.
Hey. He takes it and proceeds working on what he was working on there.
So I am at this point. Then in the afternoon, I'm gonna probably go ahead and go back to the inn and grab something to eat, and eventually go upstairs to my room and work on my katana.
Yeah, you don't have a room at the inn. You have
I actually have a home.
you have a place that's offered by the Smashers for the people to stay over on that end of the world. But
I did not know that.
if you want to, you wouldn't stay at the inn not for a year. That would be ridiculously
I didn't think
expensive.
so. Yeah, I would go nowhere.
But yeah, you can head to the tavern. The rest of you,
I'll go ahead and go to the tavern and get something to eat then, because I know there's nothing in my room.
when you the rest of you, when you arrive, you see Arlo is already at the tavern and sitting there having some food.
Walk over to
Look
him.
at this. He just saved us a trip.
Hey
That's very
guys,
convenient.
how it goes?
Well, I believe Blaylock loaned you something, and we may have to get that back.
Oh, really? Can I ask why?
Well, if we're going back down into the mines, and what we just found out price-wise for healing potions, yeah, we're going to need every advantage that we
25,000
have.
gold.
Holy cow!
So, yes. We're going to need every advantage that we can have. So, a doohickey that heals in large amounts.
Makes you very wet.
What's not dead?
What is far better than dead? I will give you that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm
Master
sure.
Blaylock, are you sure I can't keep this? It's for a good cause. I may need it.
For what?
I know I don't want to burden you with my story, but well, let me buy you let me buy you around.
Yeah,
That's
we're
the least
here
I
for the
can do.
night. We can take a story.
Yeah. So I'll wave over to the crag and get us a round of beers.
And Randall comes over. Hey, try not to start any fights this time. Sets down some ale. Arlo, nice to see you again. Can I get you a crag?
Please.
All right. He comes back and pours you a shot of the crag.
This is good stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We've had it.
So what do you think of it?
Well, shat my pants.
The mighty Grayson.
Hey,
Puke
I'm
all over the
about
floor.
the fine wine and ale, but I have my limits.
Well, totally understand. It's not for everybody. Oh, it's not for the weak. So, anyway, where was I?
Grayson, he just called you weak.
Yeah. You're not helping your case there any there, Arlo.
I just, Grayson. I'm talking weak stomach. You are a fine warrior. So, where was I? My story. Just a short part of it, but I had a master weaponsmith teach me my skills for many years, and he has a lot of him and his family were separated, and he never wanted to come back to see his sister and his brother, and finally, as he got up in age, I talked him into coming back to see his family, and start to tear up. Yeah. As we were sailing, he just keeled over and died. And he was my master. Taught me most everything that I know, and he had a shield, and it's gold inlay, and it's just a family crest, and I need to find them to let him know what happened to Miyagwa, and that's why I'm under contract, because I needed gold and to be able to have enough gold to go and search for his family, because I don't know where they're at. In order for me to get out of my contract, Dirk wanted me to give him this claw.
Of course, Dirk wants you to give him the claw.
Yeah.
He's a greedy fucking bastard. I've met his kind.
I can't argue with you on that, but so if not, I have another 6 months on my contract, and I will honor that contract because I am an honorable person. So that's why I wanted to see if it is yours by all means, and if you must have it back, I will begrudgingly give it to you.
I'd rather have it back than it be given to a fucking jerk who's just gonna sell it. But that's just me.
I understand.
It's a useful item. Very useful. We
Yeah,
used
It
it.
saved my life.
Yes, it
Exactly.
did save your life, little
That's
one.
what
And
I'm saying. It's
Surely
there's
there
got to
must
be
be
another way to do the contract.
some other item this guy wants. He didn't even know about this thing until you showed up with it.
Exactly. And again, he's not even going to keep it. He's going to sell it.
maybe I can maybe talk him into doing something else down in the mines. And I know he wants in that door really bad. Maybe I can continue and try to find a way into the door. Maybe that can satisfy my contract.
Yeah, unfortunately, by the rules of what they're doing here, he has no claim to any of that.
That is true, but
Maybe
you do have
we
to
can
come
find
into the
something
Smashers
down there.
territory to get back in.
If that is between Hamish and him. That has nothing to do with the four of us.
We could maybe look the other way if we came across something, if we went back down there, but it's no promises what we might come across.
Hell, I don't want to be deceitful if I absolutely can help it.
It's not being deceitful. If the three of us look the other way, maybe there's something down there that's less useful to us. I could care less about the organization, the Smashers, or the Federation.
They want to kill me. You think I want to help them?
So, I mean, what are you guys going to do? You guys got those rings on your neck.
And that's something that unfortunately we can't do anything about at this point.
We're working on it.
Have you tried touching it and seeing if you can take them off?
I just think it rock.
He looks up at you. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I nervously glance to him. Tend not to play with things that are strapped around my neck. Value that part of my body.
You, Master Dwarf, what is your name?
Rock.
Rock.
Oh, I didn't ask what you look like. What's your name?
Rock.
Do you know how to take those off, Rock?
Boom.
Huh. The dwarf who can't do anything. And you're guarding. Interesting.
It's more of a technicality that we have to have somebody with us.
Interesting. To say the
Hamish
least.
knows that we didn't do what we were accused of.
So he's using you too.
Why not? It was either that, Blaylock and I would be mining anyway for a month, and Zormir would be dead. At this point,
A motion across my neck.
Mhm. Well, we'll think of something, and I'll just reach up and take the claw necklace off and set it on the table. This is yours. If you must have it here. I will think of something else, I'm sure.
Push it over to Blaylock. Here, you should have this. You'll need to use it on me next time I'm down.
Okay.
You said 25,000 gold for a healing potion?
I think he just didn't like me or something. That doesn't sound right. That'll take me a month to steal.
think you're more than that.
Yeah,
We
I
haven't
wouldn't
even
do it here,
Close to that amount.
And Zormir, you feel someone watching you while you're in there, and you turn your head, and like right next to you, Rock is just staring right at you.
I take a
He's
deep
like
breath.
he's like standing on the bench that you're sitting on, and like leaning
Mhm.
over, and you can smell the alcohol on his breath.
Yes. Take a deep breath. Couple slowly look over at him. I can smell you. What are you doing?
And he reaches up a really pudgy short finger and he pokes the collar on your neck and he goes, boom.
I flinch a little bit. What are you doing?
And he just spins around, plops down, grabs an ale, and just tips it back.
Nervously look at the group. Does he know something I don't?
You just said that you could get that kind of gold within a month of stealing.
It's just talk. Talk's nothing.
Just when you have a bomb on your neck.
So, question: How did you guys end up here? So I mean, did you purposely come here?
It's funny. It's you mean this city or with these collars on our necks?
The city, the Breckensley Port. Why'd you guys here?
We're coming from land west of here. We just helped out an ancient elven civilization. We brought their tribe back up into lands that they haven't been able to set foot in years. And after we helped them out there, we rode east and we just came across the port.
So you... Interesting. And you end up here and did boom necklaces.
That story starts right in this very bar.
Well, new faces show up. Scapegoats, easy scapegoats, apparently, even though logically, if we were tried and killed for the murder of smashers that started before we ever even got here and would continue after we were executed. Yeah, the law here is not exactly, how shall I say, the brightest.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of
that they don't want.
Go ahead.
So I get that they don't want people just murdering, but it doesn't seem like much of an investigation was ever put in place.
That I can agree with. After I went back to see Master Firmjaw, I inquired about the smashers. Our smashers are being killed, and I asked him if there was anything I could do to help, and he said basically just wait till the next one dies. And I'm just like taken aback. It just seems like nobody's looking to find out what's going on.
I think that Dirk would have more invested since these are his people that he's paying that are being killed. I would think that it would be more cost efficient than having to rehire.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling. I think he's too obsessed.
It does not help that he's got the king that backs him. Which, I'm sorry, doesn't make much sense when you have your own people who work in the organization. You would, but money and greed.
I don't think they're going to heed our warnings with what's down there, and I think they're going to be sorely pressed if they venture down there again. There's going to be a lot of carnage. So, do you guys have to go back down?
We're waiting for him to find the key, but Again, I don't think we have much of a choice. He wants us to go down there, we're going to go down there. It's not. He may act like it's our choice, but I doubt it.
If I want to stay alive, it's not my choice.
It'll take a quick second. You just fix the cameras. Sorry. Blaylock. And Grayson. Sorry, folks. We're all good now.
Oh wow, Blaylock appears.
Hi, Blaylock. I've been given my orders also. I am to take another group back down the day after tomorrow. I do not feel well about this because there's no way I can protect all these people that are going down there. I'm going to try to talk to Dirk later on tomorrow, and see what the contingency plan is, because it's suicide.
I'm assuming that he's going to try to go down another area.
I do not know. He didn't divulge that information to me. I don't know if there's any other way down besides the way we came out.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't have rights to that area, he would have to send you somewhere else.
Perhaps.
Maybe a word in his ear when he discusses with Hamish.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm in on that conversation.
I would just say, even if you are not, his interest in the wards, you may try to negotiate.
That is what he said before I left. He was going to negotiate something. So I'm interested to hear what may or may not transpire from that. But I got to do something. I can't continue to do this and try to get out of my contract. I've had enough of this. There's too many things going on, and not very honorable things, and makes me kind of queasy to be a part of it. This is why I didn't want to give the claw back, because even though I didn't want to give it to him, it was my sure ticket to get out of my contract.
We might be
He
able
should
to
know
still
better
find
than
something
you.
else.
He should know better than to ask for something that didn't belong to you.
Well,
I was quite clear when we spoke to him.
he doesn't really care, I don't think. It's pretty obvious. Anyway, enough sad stories for the night. Pick up my crag and slam it on the ground, on the floor, or the table. Not
Okay, go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
Oh, we gotta roll our first dice of the night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 18.
You see Arlo tip it back, and he kind of looks at you and smiles. And then the weirdest thing, you've never really seen a Dragonborn sweat before. And he starts sweating, and Arlo, your mouth just burns. Even being the race of Dragonborn that you are, your throat burns, and you now have the poison condition for 12 hours.
Would be poison.
and you see him cough a little bit.
Good to the last dropped.
You don't seem to be enjoying it that much, Arlo.
Well, sometimes it's goes down and burns a little bit, but sometimes it doesn't. But I'm not.
So, we told you how we got here. How'd you end up in the city?
I told you I was here to bring my master with me to see his family. Him and Dirk are good friends. That's how I knew Dirk. He told me to seek out Dirk when I got here. And so I did. And Dirk knew I needed some gold, and so he asked me to sign on a contract to just to protect the caravans back and forth and protect the dwarves. I mean, that was all I'm supposed to do, and it sounded innocuous enough. It sounded pretty easy, so that's kind of why I took it. And now I'm kind of regretting it 6 months in.
Sounds like you got roped into a little bit extra than what the contract initially stated there.
I agree, but even if I argue about it, it's kind of like your position. It doesn't matter.
I think it's a bit different than my position. I'm being wrongfully held captive. You're signing a work contract. It's a different status quo there.
I would hate to see what happens if I was to break that contract on purpose. I would probably have a bounty on my head.
Those things don't tend to go well. That's why I tend to write my own contracts.
Well, I was told I could trust him. Master Miyaga has always been very good to me, and I've always trusted him with my life, and he's never steered me wrong. Perhaps Dirk has changed over the last 3 decades, and Master Miyagi did not know that. I'm sure Master Miyagi would be very disappointed in what's going on. However, it is what it is. I shall see it through. So perhaps the next day or two we may meet up again. You never know. But this is a small little town. Perhaps I will see you around if you survive the mines.
We have every intention of surviving the mines.
Same here. I'm going to bid you all a farewell and a good night. And I'm going to get up and bow my head and walk out.
All right.
Head back to my barracks.
Okay. So you retire for the evening. What's the right?
Well, I'm gonna sit and take a couple hours to hone my blade.
Okay. So while we're dealing with that, go ahead and do that. Give me a dexterity check.
$13. No, I'm sorry, 17.
Okay. Okay, that's a success as you sharpen your blade. All right. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Well, after eating and drinking, I'm going to go back to the room. And I will be working on my whip as well.
Okay. Go ahead.
$17.
That is not a success.
Oh,
That's rough.
All right, Zormir, what are you doing?
sitting back, gonna have another ale. Just taking in the music with Blaylock.
Okay, Blaylock and Zormir, you sit there at the table. Blaylock, what do you want to do?
Just, I'm gonna sit back with Zoramir and enjoy the music.
Okay.
See, Blaylock, how did we end up here with collars around our neck? Feels like just the other day we were setting out on horseback riding away from Cape's Vassal.
That was many steeds ago. It's hard to keep track.
That it is.
Much has changed, and I'll feel the empty stub where my one horn used to be.
You look battle worn and strong, Blaylock.
Battle worn, maybe not strong.
Strangely strong. Stronger than I remember you being.
And I'll flex the gauntlets a bit.
Oh, who are you trying to impress?
It's the power of the mind that accommodates the physical weakness.
Has the power of your mind almost figured out how to get that staff in full working order?
Sadly, that is going to take quite a bit of time.
Seems like we might have a bit of time here ahead of us before we head back into that godforsaken mine.
I suppose. You know, that's a good idea. I think I'll head up there now. Yes. It has been a while. Leo, it's time to go.
Da-da-da! Here I am!
So, Leo and
Give
I
Leo
will
a
head
wave.
up.
Enthusiastically.
He kind of looks over at you.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning, Blaylock.
I'll begin working on the staff.
Okay.
Continue to work on the battery.
Okay. I don't know if you heard, but you did get a citrine while you were out.
Oh, did I? No, I did not hear. I was working on 8th grade algebra with my son.
Not fun. Yes, you did get a suitable citrine.
Well, I'll take a moment and then I'll fit that into the slot.
Okay. Yeah, it goes right there. And perfect.
Yet another one to add to the collection. Interesting. How did you accommodate for the different sizes and orientations of these gems? In
A
these
lot
slots?
of work.
I can tell. Fascinating. Let's see if we can finish up this battery.
All right, go ahead and roll up intelligence check.
Which is right there. So 19.
That's a success.
Yep.
And that leaves us with Zoramir. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna kick back, stay out of trouble, munching on some food and ale. Just people watching the different walks of life come and go from the tavern before things wind down, and I'll then head to bed.
Okay. So you head to bed and you all rest. Waking up the next morning, you know you have a full day ahead of you. We can 80s montage it, or you can just tell me what you want to do.
Oh, we don't need to find Arlo now.
Nope. Oh. Excuse me.
One more time.
I don't think we have anything. We don't have anything to do, honestly.
I could go to the adamantium hammer to pick up my short
yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say for the sake of time that you go and do that.
Me too.
You too?
Yeah, I need to go back and get my armor.
You said it was going to be more than a day. It's not ready.
Oh.
Guess I'll work on my whip.
Okay.
I'm assuming we don't all have to go, right?
You all go together.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, if we're in our rooms.
If you're in your rooms, yeah, Rocket stands outside.
Boom.
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 All went to go get the short sword.
Yep.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. So Grayson, that's what you're going to do. Work on your stuff. How many hours you want to work on it, or how many attempts you want to do?
Do 3 attempts.
Okay. That's going to take you a majority of the day. So
That is a 23.
okay, that's a success.
Just missed.
A 12
That's a failure.
and a dirty 20.
That's a success. All right. Getting close. Zoramir, what do you want to do with your day? You got your short sword back.
We have to all stick together.
Yep. Unless you're in your room.
Yeah, I'll go to my room and then kind of pull my sleeves back, looking at my scales, and see if I can reach out to what is it called? The dragon.
Quelladon.
Quelladon, yeah.
Okay. So you kind of keep your hands on your scales and kind of rubbing them a bit, feeling them, and you hear the voice in your head as you fall into a meditative state. How can I help?
I haven't heard from you in a while. Wanted to make sure that we're still on good terms. Am I taking care of you?
Feed me.
I'll feed you. Feed you. Where did you come from again? Are you from around here?
been and always will be.
That doesn't answer my question, mister.
Do you question my power?
No. Not. I think you've definitely proven that. Do you have ancestors still alive?
I am the last of my line.
Where did you roam when you were alive?
I flew before Waterdeep was a village. Before Neverwinter was nothing but a field.
And how did you end up in a tooth? How does your powers end up just in a tooth that got stuck in me? What's the point of all this? Are you trying to take over me?
I seek revenge.
Revenge on what?
Those who took my flesh from me.
Oh. But who took your flesh? That doesn't sound very pleasant. Those must have been strong creatures.
Alistair.
What was that?
Hallister.
Alistair. What is Hallister another dragon?
The Mad Mage.
Why did he come after you? Were you protecting something?
He loathed my power.
Audio keeps cutting in and out with you doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's my voice in general.
How can we get revenge on him though? Is he still alive?
Feed me.
Okay. I'll reach into my bag and scrounge around, grab one of the vials of acid and throw it back.
Okay. Take 8 points of acid damage.
Are you satisfied?
Meat.
Oh, right. I'll scrounge around my bag, find a hunk of meat, and scoff it down.
Okay, do a constitution check for me.
Jeez. I have advantage, and I rolled a 2 and a 4.
It's a failure.
That's bad.
So 6.
You get some in you, but it doesn't stay in there very long before you're throwing back up, and you take an additional 2 points of acid damage as the acid comes back up.
It burns. Oh, it burns. Oh my. Did you get what you need?
Yes. I must rest.
And the voice fades from your mind.
I sit there, kind of rubbing my throat as it burns and rubbing the scales, and just kind of lean back and take a little bit out of me. I'm gonna rest and contemplate what
Okay.
just happened.
Arlo, what are you doing?
I am going to work on my katana for a while.
Okay. So 3 attempts. Go for it.
No whammies. That was a whammy. That was 9.
That's a failure.
17.
That's
Just
a that's a success.
Yay! We're trying to find souls for Ishtab.
Yeah.
And that's a failure. 9.
All right, that leads us to Blaylock. What are you doing?
Oh, it's staff time. Leo and I are going to have a grand old time working on this staff.
Okay.
You ready, Leo? We've got to put our nose to the grindstone.
Okay. So you going for the 3 attempts also?
3 attempts.
Okay.
Make sure. 27.
That is a success.
Nat 1.
That is a failure.
And that is 19.
That's a success. All right. That passes you all into the evening time. If there's anything special you'd like to do.
Just food again, I guess.
Yeah. Wander back down.
Okay. So 3 of you sit at the table. Arlo, what do you want to do?
I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat.
So as you walk in, you see them all 4 of them sitting at the table. Rock looking at Zormir again, just staring at him.
What are you looking at?
Bone.
Stop saying that. Stop saying. You're not gonna go boom. Can't relax with this guy standing near me.
Evening, guys.
How is it?
We'll sit down and wait for Randall.
Okay, so he comes over.
Can I get some of your good ale tonight? I don't want any crag tonight.
Not a
I'm
problem.
still feeling the effects from last night.
So he goes and gets you some.
And I'll just go ahead and just sit back and listen to the music. And Randall, go ahead and bring me whatever special is for tonight too, please. I may have a long journey ahead of me tomorrow, so might want to fill me up.
So he goes and brings you some more ale and some food.
Sit and listen to the music while I eat.
Okay. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Sitting and eating.
Any progress with Dirk there, Arlo?
I didn't go see him today. I just thought I would wait till tomorrow. I kind of beside myself on how to approach him. without him getting angry.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think any of us here can help you with that.
That's true. I'll just deal with it tomorrow. Wait to see what he has in store for us and where we're going tomorrow.
Well, let's drink up, eat good food, in case whatever happens tomorrow is the last thing that happens.
That is true. The only easy day was yesterday.
True that, friend.
I won't be around, so make sure you don't die.
That's what I have these guys here for.
Is Blaylock and Grayson with us?
They have to be.
Oh, that's right.
We're prisoners.
Blaylock is just sitting there, just whittling on some wood, trying to continue to create and modify implements for the turret and other implements.
You shouldn't cut it like that.
What do you recommend, oh wise gnome of the staff?
Sweeping motions. Sweeping.
This is a sweeping motion.
And Arlo, what you see, it just looks like he's talking to himself. I mean, there's a little something there at the end of his staff, but
If I sweep any more, I'm going to cause irreparable damage to
gentle.
the
You
portion.
need butter knives.
I'm getting so frustrated at sitting around whittling with my wood.
I see Arlo looking over at Adam. Like, yeah, he's really. I swear, he's a friendly guy. Just give him a good wave. He wants to be everybody's friend.
So he just talks like this all the time.
He claims this thing talks back to him.
Interesting.
Since
Well,
he
he's
got
your
that.
friend.
Yo, we really need to get those audio sensors. I'm growing weary of people thinking I'm insane.
I don't know if that will help your case in that sense too much, but maybe a little bit.
I wasn't talking to you.
We're gonna have to keep him on track if we go into the wards tomorrow.
If you make it out of here alive, where you guys headed next?
We have business here that needs to be completed before we can leave.
You're gonna try to get those off.
This is an inconvenience. Not the worst predicament we've been in, but certainly inconvenient.
Blaylock, out of the corner of your eye, you catch Rock's face, and he's just mouthing the word boom to you without saying anything. Boom.
You know, I've got enough gunpowder to make it his last boom. As I keep whittling.
Please.
I love you, Daddy. And he takes a big drink of ale. All right,
I'm gonna take one of my my figurines that's in the shape of a monkey, and I'm gonna cast Tiny Servant on it.
Okay.
Yep. So now I have a little wooden monkey, just sitting there on the table. Looks like a spider monkey, and I'm just gonna continue playing catch with him, with some like this just a wooden ball.
Rock is completely fascinated. His eyes are about the size, of $50, and he's just looking back and forth as you toss the ball or whatever back and forth to it.
I'll throw it at his head and see if what the monkey does. Go get it.
While Rock's fascinated by this, I'm going to slowly get out of my seat without him noticing.
Okay.
Come up behind him and then get right up behind him and go, boom!
Ah! Sit back down over here.
How do you like it? I'll go and sit back down.
He's just mumbling to himself, arms crossed on the bench beside you.
I can't wait till this job's over.
Mhm. But you
What,
have
don't
such an
you think
important
you're gonna
job,
come
Rock.
down with us, Rock.
I ain't going with you.
You're gonna have to if we're going down into the mines.
I'll take you to there. You're on your own after that.
Oh, so you're, a coward?
Yep.
Yep. At least he admits it.
Cronwall would just be shamed.
Probably. But you know what? They're dead.
Oh, God.
Ark, but he's got a point.
Oh.
Well, I wish you guys luck, but you guys are gonna need it all. Hopefully, they'll send a bunch of people with you.
Yeah, I doubt that. I don't see
We
careless
don't need
with these
any.
people.
We don't need any help. Now cast enlarge on the wooden tiny servant.
Okay, so it goes from tiny to small.
Small.
So it's
Yep.
about the size of Zoramir, just under, because
Yep.
he's medium.
Mhm.
I'm medium?
Yeah, there's no playable
Really?
races that are smaller than medium.
Huh.
Medium covers halfling to Goliath, which is strange.
Jeez, that's silly.
It's
Wow.
stupid.
Like
It is.
4 foot to 9.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Too
Well-
big, man.
I have a 3 foot 11-inch monkey that is now staring at Zoramir.
Staring back uneasily at him.
Just this wooden, like, expressionless face staring at you in the shape of a monkey.
I'm gonna take out my dagger and just kind of gently poke it a little bit. What is this thing?
I'm gonna command it to poke him back, right between the eyes.
Just walks up. Right?
Hey, ow! Hey! What is this thing?
Amusement. He is amusement.
I'm gonna pick it up and toss it over to Grayson. Here, it's yours.
I just let it go past me.
I spent a lot of time on that.
It punched me in the face.
He poked you in between the eyes.
Almost the same thing. Could have been a fist coming at me.
It's hard to tell what's in between the eyes with that unibrow you have there.
Proud of this thing, thank you very much.
You guys are a motley crew. Just all very different.
We went from spending several days cooped up in an underground city to now spending several days as a prisoner in another city.
Want to be free. So what's
What
is there any-
business do you have here? What brings you to the city?
We are on a quest of sorts for artifacts long lost, yet to be discovered in hundreds of years.
And how's that going?
Hmm. It's going.
Besides the rings on your neck.
Yes, it's going. We're still alive. A few of us. The makeup of our group has changed substantially. Would you believe that we had a lizard folk with us at one time?
Really? That's interesting.
Hmm.
Did you know there's lizard folk just down the way?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, in the desert, Zoramir, remember?
Oh.
You mean the one we just bought kits from?
And that one.
Usk
We
is
also had a bearded human who was with us for a while.
bearded human.
Bearded human. No.
Female.
Was she,
bearded.
is female. Yes, female. Was she human? I believe she was more angelic in nature.
You guys do carry different kind of company with you, that's for sure.
Yes.
So where's she at?
She sadly passed on. We found ourselves a little too close to the local wildlife's nest, and she didn't make it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Beast in their
Very
nest.
quickly, very, very quickly.
Well, sorry to hear.
Many lives have been lost on this quest. Would you believe that we are not even native to this continent?
I have a tendency, I could probably believe that since you have collars on your neck.
What does the collar on my neck have to do with where I came from?
Well, you roll into town and you get hung up for whatever it is that you done or didn't do, and bad luck, you got a minotaur over here playing with monkeys.
We are in this situation because curiosity gets the better of these two at times.
We're in this situation because we witnessed a bar fight and decided to intervene, and now we're responsible for the death of someone we've never met.
We're convenient suspects. Outliers.
Well, for what it's worth, after being down there with you for the last couple of days, I can safely say that I believe that you did not kill any of those smashers.
If
Thank
we were
you.
killers, we would have killed you while we had you alone.
My thoughts exactly. And you didn't speak of killing anybody and gloating over it, so I have a sneaky suspicion that the killer is still out there, whoever it may be. And nobody seems to want to find this killer.
Why would they? They already have the culprits. They being the magistrate. Or the judge, the law of this hovel.
There's a lot of things going on.
Why
Not
would
happy
anyone
with.
bother looking?
Well, I need to part ways. I'm going to head back. I have a long day tomorrow. I must get my armor and report back to Dirk.
I wish we could assist you, but sadly, that is not possible.
I understand.
You know where we'll be.
Yes. Yes, I will. So, till we meet again, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm going to head back to the cabin.
Okay. So, anything else you all want to do as we end the evening? Okay. So you descend to your
Go to my
rooms.
room with my monkey.
Yep.
Hey,
And
I got this monkey for like 8 hours.
yep. So all night.
What are you doing with that monkey there, Blaylock?
We're gonna play catch.
Oh,
Is that what they're calling it?
We're playing catch.
Who's the catcher?
Whoever has the ball. Would you care to join us?
No, I'll let you and your weird monkey go do your own thing.
It's not weird. He's just fine. He's much better company than you right now. Come, let's go. You need a name. I shall call you Manny. Manny the monkey.
okay. So you and Manny retire to your room. I'm guessing that's what everyone is doing, and Arlo is heading back to his place. And you all rest and awaken the next morning. To the next day, Rock is waiting for you as you come out of your rooms.
You're not asleep?
I'm tired. And he looks rough.
Just lean over to him. Boom.
I can't. Just let's go to see Hamish or something.
Would you like some time to rest beforehand?
Nope. I just want to get this job over with.
Anybody else feel like going on a hike?
That's a good idea. Let's go on a hike.
We could wander the...
Let's walk the town. I need to stretch my legs for a few hours.
Sure looks
Okay,
like they were
good.
trying to run away from me.
Maybe we should just go see Hamish.
Yes.
Probably best.
Alright, take us there, Rock.
All right. Okay, you arrive at the museum. Hamish comes in and sees Rock, and Rock, you look quite tired. Why don't you go rest? Okay, boss. And he just rumps off into the back of the room. So, I did work out a deal with Dirk. We acquired rights to the shaft up to the point of entry where you came out. It did cost me, and some dealings, but we did get that, and we also found this. And he reaches behind his back into a pouch and pulls out a small spherical object. On it, you see emblazoned an indentation of a dire wolf. I believe this will open what you couldn't open before. My people found it in the archives.
And put it in the bag.
Very pretty.
Excellent.
Listen, if this is the wards, there are stories in the writings of things that could be down there. I'm looking
Kind of thing.
I'm looking for a particular set of items. An odd set of armor plating. It might be quite large. I may have to, once secured, help you remove it, but it's there, if this is the wards. My people say the documents speak of it, but it would be somewhere very secure. Maybe a vault of some sort?
Armor plating, eh? What do you know of this plating?
It fits some sort of large creature. It would be of great value to the city to have something like that back in our possessions.
Well, and I'll put my hat on. It hasn't been on in quite a while, and then readjust my cloak, and then I'll let the cloak of billowing just kind of billow behind me. Don't you worry, we will take care of this. And put my one hand on my hip, and look off into the distance.
What is wrong with you, Blaylock? You were acting so weird.
I feel confident. You look very heroic.
Going a little stir crazy right now. Maybe. I want to get back into the caverns. There's so much to learn and understand about these ancient civilization.
Well, good. I look forward to seeing what you find down there, alone, but you're welcome to leave when you're ready. But there is one small thing, but I do want to ask, if you don't want to proceed, if you feel this is too dangerous, we can just continue your regular sentencing. There are many other shafts to investigate.
No, that's okay.
I don't want to willingly put you in harm's way.
No, this will do.
Unfortunately, as part of the deal to get access to the shaft, whoever was with you the other day has to go with you.
Oh, really?
But I'm telling you, don't trust him.
Should we have reason not to trust him?
I believe Dirk is going to put him up to something. And he may try to steal or acquire as many things as he can find down there. Rightful property of the organization.
Well, it didn't help that he was rather blabby with what we had already found when we came out.
Well, I just want to caution you.
We will be on guard.
Expect what he tells you. It's probably a lie.
you are not bestowing any confidence in the success of this mission if we have such a nefarious individual joining us.
I'm saying, if it comes down to a situation, and he looks at all of you, do what you need to do to secure what I asked.
Fair enough.
Understood.
Well, when you're ready, I'll have one of my aides escort you there.
Thank you.
I hope.
Grayson, would you like to pick your stuff up before we head over?
It wasn't. He said he couldn't do it in 2 days.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Scratch that from our record.
I hope you enjoyed your time with Rock. He's means well.
He is as pleasant as a rock.
I think I'd rather be in the mines than have to hang around with him for another day.
Boom.
Yes. He's different, but you know, either way. And he snaps a finger and up scurries one of his dwarven workers. When you're ready, they'll take you there.
As ready as we're ever going to be, I guess.
We'll get to it.
Right? While this is going on, Arlo, you go and pick up your armor. It's repaired. And on your way back to report to work, suited up, you run into Dirk on the street. Oh, fancy seeing you here. I was looking for you.
Just had to get my armor fixed. It was binding up on the ringlets and ripping.
Comfortable now?
Yes, Master Firmjaw, I am.
Good. You're going to need it.
So what do you have in store for me?
I need you to go with those criminals that you were with yesterday.
Oh?
I need you to head in there and make sure they're not taking what doesn't belong to them, if you know what I'm saying.
But I thought it was all theirs. They were the first ones in.
Yes, semantics in front of others. I'm not saying while they're sleeping you raid their bags or kill them in their sleep. They far outnumber you to take something so brazen, but if you were to bump up against something and slip it into your pocket to bring it back, I think we could work on that contract of yours. Unless, of course, you've decided that you want to pass that medallion to me.
I don't have that medallion anymore. I gave it back to its rightful owners.
I see.
They asked me for it, so it was not mine to keep.
You see how they try to take everything?
They didn't take it. They asked for it, and I willingly gave it to them.
Keep your
You know
eye
this
out.
goes against what I believe to be deceitful.
Oh, I'm not asking you to be deceitful. I'm just asking you not to be forward.
There's not much of a difference in my book.
Not asking you to lie. I'm just asking you to acquire your own things while you're there without the sight of the others. If
I'll
the
see what I can
opportunity
do.
presents itself.
Very well.
And of course, if you tell them of any of this, I'll deny it openly and have you arrested, but we won't come to that, right?
Of course not, Master Firmjaw. You can count on me.
Yes, you best get your things. I'm sure they'll be heading there early this morning.
I sigh. Very well, Master Firmjaw. I shall get my stuff and head to the opening.
Appreciate your service then. Take care. Do be careful. It'd be quite dangerous.
Okay. Then I turn around and walk off from him.
Okay.
Shaking my head.
As the party gets closer to the mine, you see a familiar dragonborn leaning up against the mouth of the cave, waiting for you to get there. The aide stops. He'll be with him. He'll take you back down. And walks off, leaving you with Arlo.
Arlo.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
Rather than
So we
later.
do meet again.
Hmm.
Hence what you said last night. I'm beginning to have a bad feeling about this. Nonetheless, I am under contract and you have a ring on your neck, so we have not much choice.
Well, I don't know about you. Ring or no ring around my neck. I'm excited. Let's go.
Anything that's not withering away in a city doing nothing.
I don't mind spending time with Leo and my new pet monkey, but I am growing very weary of sitting around twiddling my staff.
And you look down at Leo, and he has like a weird backpack on today and like a headband around his head. And he's just leaning forward and pointing out.
Ah, excellent, Leo. You're ready.
Let's go! And the four of you enter into the mouth of the mine to head back into Uthmelanon once again.
Never to be seen again.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Never to be seen again.
Until next week.
Until next week, tune in.
That was the last I ever heard from Mucking Good Adventurers.
Maybe.
We never came up with the new name.
You didn't. I mean, it sticks now. It is what it is.
Why would we want a new name?
Yeah. So thank you all that stops by. Next week's going to be quite exciting. I know I'm excited for it, to see where that goes. And we look forward to you joining us again next week. So Monday, 7 p.m. only on Twitch. Take care.
Peace.
Ah.